Alright, so it's the third week in April. I'm going to take a quick look at the garden. So our asparagus is doing alright here. That particular plant back there is looking really good. It's up to about 3.5 feet. And then it's starting to branch out, looking good. The one in the middle is doing okay. There's probably half a dozen or so stalks up there. The one over here is doing good. We got several. This one has a couple, but the one in the back there doesn't have anything. So hopefully it will still make it. But anyway, we've got a couple of these going in, so we'll see how that goes. But that is that. Our onions that we're letting to go to seed basically are looking really big there, and it's starting to get kind of cool looking here. So normally they started looking like this once they came out of the skin. So we can see they used to look like this, and then they split open and they came out looking like these little things. And now those little flower petals, or buds I guess they are, have opened up, and you can start to see the white with the little filaments coming out there. So I think those are going to open up into flowers. I imagine it'll be something like a chive with a whole bunch of little flowers on it. So we'll see. That's kind of cool. That's what we're doing with that. So then with our spring garden, I obviously have the back all opened up there. It's going to be a nice sunny day. We'll let everything dry out in there and get some direct sunshine. So everything's been going pretty good. The issue is with my little too quick and dirty poly house here. It doesn't do very well with the rain. The rain collects in these two depressions where the string is, and basically will hold like a gallon of water, and then it kind of causes rips in the plastic because it's too heavy. And anyway, so what I'm looking at in the future is I'm testing out this design where I basically took some PVC fittings, drilled them, attached them to the corners, and then put a pole in, bend it down, and put it on the other side, and then just tied the top with some string there. And this is very secure, and the big thing is I don't think it's gonna have any problem with the rain, because it's gonna be like a dome-ish shape there, and so once I put the plastic over it, the water will run down, and so it'll be a little easier to deal with. And that's more of the long-term solution I always had in mind, but this year I was trying to try that real quick, and definitely like having something. It's helped a lot with, we've been getting a lot of rain the past couple days, and when it pours, it really hammers the little seedlings. But there's also been some drawbacks with this pour design, which have not bode well for everything. But you know, it's a mixed bag. But definitely want to do more of the poly house in the future, just improved design. So basically, what we've got going on here is so we got our beets right there. They're looking good. We got several of those have come up, and then over here in this corner as well, same thing, lots of beets. And then there we have 4 kale right there, and then we have I think 3 kale that popped up there, and then 4 kale in the back. So the kale has come up really well. We've only had one little thing that didn't show up. Kale does really great for sprouting right in the ground. The spinach, we have 2 there, and then we had 2 right next to the peas, and then we had 2 kitty corner there. Consistently 2 out of the 4 plantings. I'm not sure what's up with that, but that's what that is. The Swiss chard does fantastic. We have 4 great plantings there. We have 1 here that has several plants, and then 1 there, and a tiny little guy there, and just 1 that came back there. The peas are looking fantastic. These are our sugar snap peas. First time we're growing these ones. These are wonderful. They're probably 6 to 8 inches tall already, so I'm going to need to actually remove this poly stuff so I can use these, put the trellis in to start growing the peas on the trellis. That way they'll have plenty of room to grow up. So they're doing good. And these are another type of pea here. This is the Sugar Daddy, just a normal spring pea, and they're doing good. They're not as tall, but I think that just to do the variety, they're getting a nice size on them and coming up really well. And then over there we have that last little square, which is the last of the seeds that we had for the Oregon snow pea. So Oregon giant snow pea, something like that. Anyway, that's a flat snow pea. These are regular peas, and these are sugar snap peas. So they're all looking really good. really happy with that. So most of the stuff is looking really good. The thing that's not doing the best, which is usually the case, are the tiny seeds that are really dense, and that's the onions. So basically this square there is the onions, and you probably can't see it that well, but there's only a few, maybe 5 or 6 out of the probably 20 that I planted have actually shown up, actually germinated and popped up there, and it's been I don't even know how long. It's been over a month now. So they're, really difficult to get going for me here. This is a planting of carrots, and this one has done very well. You can see that they've already got their first true leaf there. And so there's about 9 of the seedlings there, which is pretty good for the direct sow here. And then we've got another planting of a different variety of carrots right here. They did pretty good as well. And those 2 same varieties were planted in this square and that one back there, and they have not done very well at all. That one back there, I don't know if it was because they didn't get as much light, or I'm not sure what the deal was. But these ones here, I know that whenever had a really windy time, the boards, the plastic slipped out from underneath the board here, and basically when I came out was basically brushing back and forth, and so it was literally sweeping across the ground and just eradicating these little starts that came up, and you could see where it's kind of smooth there, and that's what happened. It was just kind of like sweeping it. So that was definitely an issue with those ones. But the good news is we've got these 2 squares that are doing good, and actually we're starting some more different variety of carrot seeds in the house with the little soil blocks, so we'll be able to transplant those out there and kind of fill in the gaps. So we'll see how that goes, but overall we're doing really good. The peas are doing fantastic. The greens are starting to come up, and it's about time that we won't need the plastic on, because the days are going to get warmer and sunnier, and it's going to, you don't want to get too hot in here for these cool weather crops. But anyway, so that's what we've got. Everything's doing good for the most part, and we're learning about the poly houses and hoop house stuff and figuring that out as we go along. But that's all for now, and we'll see you next week.